Hello students, welcome back to the programming reference point. In this video we shall continue with the Boolean logic. The topics will be covered in this video are basic logic gates, basic postulates of Boolean logic, basic theorems of Boolean algebra. Before I proceed with the video, I request you please like, share and subscribe to the channel. In order to get the notification of the upcoming videos, please press the bell icon. So let's start. Basic logic gates. What are the basic logic gates? In computers, Boolean operations are performed by the logic gates. Boolean operations, we know what are the Boolean operations. Basically, these operations deal with the true or false or high voltage or low voltage. Now, what is logic gates? A gate is a basic electronic circuit which operates on one or more signals to produce an output signal. So, logic gate basically it is an electronic circuit to which we can provide one or more signals, and it is going to provide us only one signal. Again over here it works on the Boolean operations. Okay, what are the types of the logic gates? We have three type of logic gates: not, or, and. Okay, so let's see the logic gates of not, or, and. NOT gate. A NOT gate accepts only one input signal and provides one output signal. The output signal is always the opposite of the input state. This is also called inverter. Let's understand with a truth table. From the definition, we can see it accepts only one input signal. That means we can have only one variable over here. So let's say the x is the input variable, and what we have to find? We have to find the complement of the x. Okay, NOT gate always produces the complement of the input signal. So over here the possible value of the x is what? 0 and 1. 0 is what? Low voltage, 1 is what? High voltage. Okay, so if you do the complement of this value, we will get the reverse one. So this is what basically NOT gate does. The symbol of the NOT gate is this is what the symbol. Let's say x we have passed, so we will get the x bar as the answer. So this is what the next gate. Let us see the next, that is what the OR gate. OR gate. The OR gate has two or more input signals but only one output signal. If any of the input signal is 1 or high, the output signal is 1 or high. To understand the working of the OR gate, let's draw the truth table. So from the definition, we can see that it will take minimum 2 variables as the input. More than 2 we can also provide. But I will show you the truth table using the 2 variables only. If you understand the usage of the 2 variable, then you can have one more variable also. You can work with more than 2 input signals also. So we are having over here 2 variables. 2 variables will have the 4 possible input combinations. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. Now what shall be the value of the x plus y? The value of the x plus y will be what? If any one of the input signal is 1. So over here we have to look at the combination. Do we have 1? We don't have 1. So result is what? 0. 0 plus 1, it is 1, because we have 1 as the input signal. So 1 0, again it is 1, 1 1, it is what? 1. Okay, so this is what the truth table. From this it is clear how the gate works. The symbol of the OR gate, this is what the symbol of the OR gate. Now let us see the next, AND gate. AND gate. The AND gate can have two or more than two signals and produces an output signal. When all inputs are 1, then the output is 1, otherwise output is 0 only. To understand the working of the AND gate, let's draw a truth table. As from the definition, we can make out that it can have two, that means minimum two inputs are required. So let's say we have taken two variables and it is denoted, it's in a AND means what, it will perform the logical multiplication. 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, so when we will get the result as 1 when all inputs are 1, otherwise we'll get 0 only. So 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. Here all inputs are 1. Okay, the symbol of the AND gate is XY. So this is what the symbol of the AND gate. Next we are going to talk about the basic postulates of the Boolean logic. Basic postulates of Boolean logic. If x is equals to 0, that means x is not equals to 1, or if x is not equals to 0, that means x is equals to 1. Let's see the second postulate. It talks about OR relations. Okay, so we all know very well, that's what 0 plus 0, it is 0, 0 plus 1, it is 1, 1 plus 0, it is 1, 1 plus 1, it is 1. This is what the OR relations. Now let's talk about the third one, AND relations. Here 0 multiplied with 0, the result is 0. 0 multiplied with 1, the result is 0. 1 multiplied with 0, it is 0. 1 multiplied with 1, the result is 1. Okay. Fourth one, complement rules. Complement of 0 is 1. Complement of 1 is 0. Next we are going to talk about the theorems of the Boolean algebra. Before we continue with the theorems, we should know a small topic, and this is a very important topic, that is what the principle of duality. What is the principle of duality? This is a very important principle used in Boolean logic. This states that starting with a Boolean relation, another Boolean relation can be derived by, for this we have to perform the given steps. Replace all and operator with OR operator. Or vice versa. Replace all ones with zeros or vice versa. To understand this one, let's take a very simple Example, let's say write dual of x plus xy. So how will you write? X, this plus sign, instead of the plus you have to write what? Dot operator. After that xy, which is in a product format, you have to write in a form of sum. Okay, because here it is in a product format. According to this, we have to replace the dot operator with the or operator. Okay, so this is what the dual of this given expression. This principle of duality we are going to apply in the Boolean algebra theorems. Okay, so let's start with the theorems of the Boolean algebra. Basic theorems of Boolean algebra. The first theorem is properties of 0 and 1. What it states that if any variable is added with 0, the result is x. If any variable is added with 1, the result is 1. At the same time, if any variable is multiplied with the 0, the result is 0. If any variable is multiplied with 1, the result is x only. To understand this one, let's draw the truth table. So x is a variable we have taken. It will have two values. This is what the 0 value. Once the 0 is added with the x, the result will be what? Sorry. The result will be whatever the value of the x is. So here 0 plus x is equals to x. You can see it. But if we talk about if it is in a multiplied, if it is multiplied, we will get all the result as the 0 only. So you can see 0 plus 0 when multiplied with x, all the result is what? 0. So this is what the property of 0. Now let's talk about the property of 1. X 1 1 plus x 1 multiplied with x 0 1. These are the two possible values of the x. This is what 1 1. Now 1 plus x, that is what 1 1 plus 1, it is 1 only. Okay, so whenever any variable is added with 1, result is 1 only. But if any variable is multiplied with 1, the result is that variable. So if you compare this column to this column, you can see that 1 multiplied with x is equals to x only. So this is what the properties of 0 and 1. Next theorem is idempotence law. It states that if any variable is added or multiplied with itself only, the result is the original logical variable only. So over here x plus x, the result is x only. If the x is multiplied with itself, we will get the x value only. Okay, so let's see using a truth table. X will have only two possible values. So x, if the value is 0, the result will be 0. If the value is 1, the result will be 1. The same over here. So this is what the idempotence law. Next is involution. This theorem states that the complement of a complement variable will get the original variable. What does it mean? To understand this one, let's take a truth table. X complement, x complement, x double complement. x will have two values 0 and 1. If you do the complement, you will get 1 and 0. Again, if you apply the complement to this column, you will get what the 0 and 1. So you can come after comparing these two columns, this one and this one, you can see both the columns are same. Let's see the circuit diagram. It's very easy. So first, what we have got x bar. This is what the thing. Next, again we have applied what? Again inverter we have applied x double complement, which is equivalent to x only. Okay. Next is complementarity law. What do you mean by the complementarity law? It says if any variable, any boolean variable, if it is added with its complement, the result is 1, and if it is multiplied with its complement, the result is 0. To understand this one, let's draw the truth table. X bar, x plus x bar, 0 1 will be 1 0. Now if we add, we will get the answer as 1 only, but if we multiply, we will get the answer as 0 only. Okay, so you can draw it like this: x inverter should be equals to. So this is what the logic diagram for the first one. Next one, let's see. That is also very easy. Here we have to apply the AND operator. Okay, so this is what the complementarity law. Next is commutative law. It is very easy. X plus y is equals to y plus x. That means if we reshuffle the sequence of the variables, we will get the same output. Xy is equals to yx. So this is very simple. There is nothing to explain you. This is what the commutative law. Next one is associative law. This is also very easy. Associative law states what? X plus bracket y plus z is equals to x plus y whole bracket plus z. Same, it's very simple. Okay, the same thing is applied over here. Now you can see just we have applied the principle of the duality to get the another Boolean expression. All plus signs are replaced with the dot sign. Okay, so same thing over here, and it is very easy. There's nothing to explain. Next is the distributive law. Okay, so these are the two equations. What is the distributive law states? If you just look the first expression, you can derive the next one by applying the principle of the duality. Okay, so let's try to prove using the truth table. So if you see how many variables we are having altogether 3 variables: x, y, z. So here we will have altogether 8 input combinations. So x, y, z. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8 is required. Okay, so we will see one by one which terms are required over here. First, let's try to find out. Over here we have the x. We have to find out what? Y plus z. 0, x 1 1 1 0, x 1 1 1. Next, let's try to find out what is the value of the x, y. Okay, so it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1. Next is xz, xz. Now let's see what will be the value of the xz. Here it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, it's 1, 0, it's 1. Now let's try to find what shall be the value of x multiplied with y plus z. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, it's 0, 0, it's 1, 1 and it's 1. Now let's see what shall be the value of the xy plus xz. It's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, it's 1, 1, 1. Now you can see both the columns are having the identical values. Hence, we have proved that this Boolean expression is equivalent to this Boolean expression. Now if I talk about the second one is the dual of the first one only. So if we have proved the first one, that means equation B is also proved. Now let's talk about absorption law. Absorption law states that x plus xy is equals to x, or the dual is also same. To understand this one, let's draw a truth table. Here we have two variables, x and y. So xy, we have to find what xy and then x plus xy. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. xy is 0, 0, 0, 1. X plus xy, we will get 0, 0, 1, 1. So you can see this column and this column, the values of these two columns are identical. Hence, this equation is proved. And since this is what the dual of the first one, this is also proved. The last one, third distributive law, it states that the x plus x complement y is equivalent to x plus y. Let's prove using the truth table. So here we have to find x complement, then x complement y. Then we have to find x plus x complement y and then x plus y. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. X complement 1, 1, 0, 0. X complement y 0, 1, 0, 0. Next, x plus x complement y, that means we have to add this and this column, 0, 1, 1, 1. Now x plus y is 0, 1, 1 and 1. Now you can see the values of these two columns are identical. Hence it is proved that this expression is equivalent to this expression. In this video we have covered all the basic theorems of the Boolean algebra. In the next video we are going to talk about the De Morgan's theorem. Okay. By that time, keep on watching the programming reference point. Stay connected. Thank you students for your patience.